Soil compaction is a major problem faced by many farmers today. Excessive soil compaction in fields decreases water infiltration and impedes root growth. Consequently, plants grown in compaction zones have a decreased ability to absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Added stress from soil compaction can cause significant yield loss and quickly reduce profits. Wheel traffic from farm machinery is the major cause of soil compaction in agricultural fields. The continued development of larger and heavier farm equipment increases the severity of the problem, and soil compaction is becoming a widespread concern among farmers. For those looking to reduce compaction in their fields, there are several options available. One is the use of dual, triple, or flotation tire setups on heavy equipment such as tractors, grain carts, and combines. Another popular option is the use of machinery on tracks. Both tire modifications and tracks are intended to give machinery a larger footprint, spreading weight over a larger area than before and therefore reducing ground pressure. However, even with these options, compaction can still be a significant issue. The problem is that for crop production, farmers must make many passes through fields with machinery over the course of a year. Different passes require different machinery of different sizes, and eventually most of the field gets covered in wheel tracks over a year's time. In fact, in conventional farming, from 85 to 100% of a field can receive wheel traffic in any given year, as shown in this diagram put together by the University of Nebraska. So while increasing the footprint of machinery reduces compaction slightly, it doesn't prevent that heavy machinery from being driven over most of the field. A better way to manage soil compaction is the use of controlled traffic farming. Controlled traffic farming changes the way machinery is driven across a field. Rather than making random passes at different places and angles in a field, all wheel traffic is restricted to specific paths which are reused throughout the year. This condenses all wheel traffic-induced soil compaction to those paths, leaving the rest of the field untouched. The controlled traffic system used on the Mitchell farm reduces wheel compaction to a mere 17% of the field, which is a fraction of the amount covered in conventional farming. In many cases, machinery requires some modification to work with controlled traffic farming. All machinery needs to have the same wheel spacing so that all wheel tracks follow in the same path. Implement widths need to be compatible with the designated traffic paths. Single tires or tracks are used instead of dual, so all machinery fits into two wheel tracks. GPS-based auto steer is often used to keep machinery precisely on the traffic paths. On the Mitchell farm, wheel spacing of machinery is set at 120 inches, and each separate pass of the field is spaced 30 feet apart. Controlled traffic farming has proven to be a very effective way to reduce soil compaction. Evidence of this is seen when comparing water infiltration rates of the soil between conventional and controlled traffic fields. Water infiltration is the ability of soil to soak up water. The controlled traffic fields often have dramatically larger water infiltration rates, in some cases up to 10 times those of conventional fields. Increased water infiltration rates equate to better water holding capacity of the soil, significantly reducing runoff and consequently erosion. In addition to this, when soil is able to absorb more water, it is able to store it and provide more moisture to the crop during dry periods, reducing drought stress and ultimately increasing yield potential. More evidence of controlled traffic farming's positive effect on compaction is found in soil resistance testing. Soil resistance is a measure of the force required to penetrate soil at different depths, indicating the amount of soil compaction at different levels. The Mitchell farm received soil resistance testing as part of an Iowa State research program executed by Jacob Bolson. This data plot compares several sets of results, taken first in a conventional area, which is the blue line, then outside the wheel tracks in a controlled traffic area, which is the pink line, and finally in the wheel tracks of a controlled traffic area, which is the yellow line. As expected, the controlled traffic wheel tracks have the highest compaction, but the conventional field has nearly as much. The compaction layer in the conventional field is slightly deeper as well. The untracked crop bed of the controlled traffic field has dramatically less compaction than the others, indicating the effectiveness of the controlled traffic system. However, there is one issue produced by controlled traffic farming, and that is the development of ruts in the wheel paths. Since machinery is driven in the same set of wheel tracks every time, a depression starts to develop, and eventually a noticeable rut appears in each track. Because of soil compaction in the wheel track, water infiltration is decreased and runoff occurs, eventually leading to erosion problems. Another problem caused by ruts occurs when harvesting soybeans. Because the bottoms of the ruts are lower than the surrounding soil, the combine flex head slides over the top, leaving uncut soybeans underneath. The raised edges of the ruts end up getting pushed into the head as it slides, causing soil to build up on the cutter bar and eventually go through the combine. To solve the rutting problem, a machine needed to be designed that would move soil back into the ruts and level the field. This smoothing needs to be done without destroying the existing soil structure or reducing the weight carrying capacity of the soil in the wheel tracks. To solve the problem of rutting on the Mitchell farm, a modified tandem disc is used to fill ruts in the spring. The Mitchells completely redesigned the discs, rebuilding it so that it lightly tills and shifts soil into ruts, leveling the field. The finished rut filling machine is 22 feet wide and has hydraulic wings that fold for transport and storage. It mounts on a tractor 3-point hitch and also has a rear-mounted hitch that is used to pull a drag harrow for additional seedbed preparation. The disc gangs can handle heavy crop residue and are angled so they direct soil into the wheel tracks while leaving a smooth surface behind. As shown, the resulting seedbed is smooth enough that seed can be planted afterwards with no additional preparation. Overall, the rut filling machine designed on the Mitchell farm provides simple and effective solutions to the problem of rutting in controlled traffic farming.